Good evening, my dear students. Today we are going to discuss the model paper number 1. I think you might have downloaded the paper that I have published in my site, and you might have completed the paper by now. So let's start our discussion. In this paper we are discussing only part 1. In part 1 there are two sections, as I have mentioned earlier, section A and section B. In section A there are 6 questions. There are 6 context questions based on poetry, drama and prose. And in section B there is one question. There are 3 questions, and those are based on the fiction. And you have to select only one from those 3 questions on fiction. Right. Let's have a look at the first question. The extract. And he unrolled his feathers and rode in softer home than coast divide the ocean. So question 1 is, from where are these lines taken and who wrote them? From where is this extract taken? This extract is taken from A Bird Came Down the Walk by Emily Dickinson. Children, pay your clear attention on this. A bird came down the walk. Capital A, capital B, capital C, capital D, capital W, but simple T. So when you write a title, you have to pay much attention on the capitalization. And Emily Dickinson, capital E, capital D. If you have all these things correct, if you have all these things correctly with the use of correct spellings, correct capitalization, correct spellings, then you get 1 mark. Who is referred to as him in the extract? What action of him is described here? Who is referred to as him in this extract? A bird. A bird came down the walk. What action of the bird? What action of the bird? The flight of the bird, the flying away of the bird or flight of the bird is discussed by this. So for this one you get 1 mark, for the other you get another mark. So 2 marks will be awarded for section B. Third, what is the situation? The moment that narrator offered him a crown. What happened? The narrator was observing the bird for some time. After observing for some time, he suddenly intervened. He suddenly interfered the bird. How did he intervene? He offered him a crown. So that he was observing the bird and suddenly he offered him a crown. But the bird, the narrator expected, the narrator speaker expected the bird would stay there and enjoy the crown. But the bird flew away. He flew away. The bird flew away. The moment that the narrator offered him the crown, then you get 1 mark. Second section, what is the literary device used? There are several literary devices. 1, metaphor, personification and run-on line. If you have written one from these 3, you get 1. Right? So altogether there are 5 marks. So if you have got 5 out of 5, excellent. Moving on to the next question. Before that, this is what I have highlighted in the at the beginning, capitalization. This capitalization is very essential. Otherwise, you don't get marks. Let's look at the next question. And I have learned to laugh with only my teeth and shake hands without my heart. From name the work from which these lines are taken. Who is the writer? Second question, what life experience of the human beings is referred to in these lines? Who is the speaker? Third, what effect is created by the image used in these lines? So, Once Upon a Time by Gabriel Okar. When you write Gabriel, Gabriel or Gabrial, both are accepted. Once Upon a Time by Gabriel Okara. If you have capital letters here with correct spellings, you get 1 mark. What life experience? What is the life experience? And I have learned to laugh. You laugh without having the meaning of laughter. You shake hands without having any genuine feeling. So that means pretentious behavior of the human beings is discussed here. Now in the modern society, the human beings have become highly pretentious. They say good morning, but within themselves they have the idea. But that is the idea they have. In the modern society, in the modern world, people have one idea in the mind and they express another idea. They are not genuine, they are not sincere, they are not real, they are fake, they are ingenuine, they are pretentious. Their pretentious behavior is mirrored here. Who speaks these lines and to whom? Father to himself. Throughout the poem, in Once Upon a Time, Father speaks and he speaks to himself. So the speaker and listener both are father. So father speaks to himself, another mark. What effect is created by the image? It makes the reader aware of human hypocrisy. Human beings are highly pretentious. They are not real. They are fake. So their hypocrisy or their opportunistic behavior is mirrored here through this extract. 2 marks here, altogether 5. Right? So if you just try to remember or memorize this poem, Once Upon a Time by Gabriel Mistral. So here in this poem, the writer tries to talk about the pretentious behavior or the fake behavior of the human beings in the modern world. You and I are there in this modern world, including yourself and including myself. We all have become pretentious. Next, look at the next question. So this is what I want to highlight. Unless you have these capital letters in the right place, you don't get marks. Writing one of these names, I mean either this way or this way, would be enough. Moving to the third question. You look at one of these poetic creatures, all Muslim, all ethereal, demigoddess. You have millions of transports of joy, and you look into the soul and you see a common crocodile. About who is the writer talking about? The writer is talking about, the speaker is talking about women in general. At once you can get the idea, right? Nowhere else you find this extract other than The Bear by Anton Chekhov. In the drama The Bear by Anton Chekhov, he highlights the human weaknesses. He highlights the hypocrisy. He highlights the pretentious behavior. He highlights the lack of self-understanding of human beings. We do not understand ourselves, our needs, our requirements. We are pretentious, we are fake, we are money-minded. These things are discussed in this drama. So I have given you the meanings of these two words. Ethereal, very delicate. Demigoddess means half goddess, like a god, goddesses. From where is this extract taken? The Bear by Anton Chekhov. Capital T, capital B, capital A, capital C. These are compulsory. The Bear by Anton Chekhov. 1 mark. Who speaks these words to whom? Nobody else. Who speaks? Smirnov speaks these words to Popova. Smirnov directly speaks these words to Popova. While criticizing Popova, he criticizes all women in general. So what he says is, all women have these qualities. They are common crocodiles. They devour people. All women are common crocodiles. They devour people. So he criticizes all women in general. So that is the male chauvinistic behavior of Smirnov. Who speaks these words? Smirnov speaks. To whom? He speaks to Popova. What is depicted through this extract? Even though women appear to be virtuous, that means through this extract, the writer tries to say that women appears to be virtue, women appears to be good, women appears to be real, women appears to be general, women appears to be honest, truthful, but they are not, right? So maybe he's talking about the Russian women, so Sri Lankan women, I mean, we should not be bothered about it, right? Okay, as I always mention when I discuss the theory, I discuss these things in the theory class. So women are insincere, women are not constant. Though they appear to be constant, though they appear to be real, genuine, they are not. So that is what the writer tries to discuss here. Moving to the last question on this, who are the poetic creatures? Women. Women are the poetic creatures, referred to 1 mark. What is the speaker's attitude towards them? Speaker's attitude. Speaker has a very sarcastic attitude, very negative attitude, very cynical attitude, very chauvinistic attitude towards women. So the speaker criticizes women very badly, very sarcastic, very insulting. He insults women, very chauvinistic, tries to control the women. He behaves like a male dominant character. So altogether you get 5 marks, and pay attention to the capital letters as well. So 1, 1, 1, 1 mark and 1, altogether 5. Hope that you have got 5 out of 5 for this one. Move to the next. You said that you would dance with me if I brought a red rose. Very simply, we can understand from where this extract is taken, because in our syllabus we talk about the red rose only in the nightingale and rose. The nightingale and the rose. Red is the color of love, rose is the symbol of love. The nightingale and the rose, which is a love story, is one of the short stories in our syllabus. So this is taken from The Nightingale and Rose by The Nightingale and the Rose, The Nightingale and the Rose by Oscar Wilde. Capital T, capital N, simple A, simple T, capital R by capital O, capital W. So these are compulsory things, right? So if you want to get 1 mark. Who speaks these words and to whom? These words are spoken by the young student. Never write the boy, never write the school boy. It has to be the young student, the young student. That is compulsory. Spoken to professor's daughter, not the girl, but it has to be professor's daughter. 1 mark. What is the situation that this utterance is made? What situation? When he goes to meet up, he finds the red rose. After all, through the sacrifice of the innocent nightingale, the genuine lover in the story, the young student was able to obtain a red rose. It was there next to his window, so he got the red rose. He was very delighted. He ran to professor's daughter's house in order to hand the red rose over to her, just to see, just to realize her promise, because earlier she promised, if I would dance with you, if you give me a red rose, I would dance with you. So he goes there with the red rose in order to see whether she keeps her promise. You said that you would. He goes there and he remembers the promise given by the professor's daughter. What is the situation, right? That is the situation. When the young student came to give the red rose to the professor's daughter. That is the situation. Last question, what is the tone of the speaker? At this time, he is very delighted, he is very happy, because he might have won the world, because he wanted to have the professor's daughter's love. So he was trying his level best to find a red rose. Ultimately, he got the red rose. So he ran to the professor's house to hand it over to the professor's daughter to win her love. So he was very delighted. He was very happy. He was he was enjoying his life. So because he was very successful. He was very successful in obtaining the a red rose. So he ran to the professor's daughter's place and handed it over to professor's daughter, and you might be able to remember what she said. Did she accept the red rose? No, she refused. So women always break their promises and just forget about it. That's quite natural, right? According to the story, right? So if you have the capitalization in the right place, you get 1 mark for the first, and here there are 2 answers. You get 2 marks for those, and last one, if you write one of these, you get 2 marks. One of these would give you 2 marks. So altogether 5. Moving to the next question. Since then, the lazy fellow has been coining money without lifting a finger. From where is this extract taken? The lazy fellow, there is a lazy fellow, is coining money. Coining money means not just earning money, making money, getting money without any effort, coining money without lifting a finger. Right? It is taken from Twilight of a Crane by Yuzuo Junji Kinoshita. Right? Twilight, capital T, Crane, capital C. These are simple letters. Yuzuo, these two should be capital letters, and Junji Kinoshita, capital letters, capital J, capital K. Kinoshita, Kinoshita. We pronounce it as Kinoshita, but we write TA. Second question. Who speaks these words and to whom? Who speaks these? These words are spoken to Unzu Ozu. Spoken by Unzu Ozu. Quite complicated. Right. Out of these 2 characters, Unzu is the person who has been doing the business with Yohio, buying the clothes from Yohio. So because of that, he knows about Yohio and his family. So he is talking about Yohio and his wife. So the person who knows about Yohio is Unzu because he has been doing business before. So these words are spoken by Unzu to Soru. Soru is his business partner. What is the relationship? They are business partners. 2 marks for these 2 points. And then the last one, who does the word lazy fellow refer to? The word lazy fellow refers to Yohio, 1 mark. And what feature of the speaker is reflected through this utterance? The speaker, Unzu, coining money. Unzu is highly money-minded. He values money more than anything else, or very materialistic, jealous. So these are now, better you write at least 2 points for this, and then even if you have 1, you get 1 mark. Money-minded, greed for money, materialistic, jealous, or any of these would help you to get 1 mark. So altogether you get, if you have this capitalization, and altogether 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So altogether you get 5 marks. Very importantly, please remember, when you write the answer for the first one, all 6 context questions, you get 1 mark. If both the title and the name of the author are written correctly, you get 1 mark. And don't misunderstand, because sometimes you might think that if one is correct and you get half a mark. No. At the O-level examination, you are not awarded half marks. If both are correct, you get 1 mark, otherwise 0. They were barefoot, but they didn't slow down because stones or thorns were hurting them. They didn't say a word. Maybe this is little bit complicated to identify from where this extract is taken, but if you pay keen attention on the words, if you can't at once remember, they were barefoot. They didn't slow down because, right, this is about some people who are running away and they do not feel the pain even though they are running on a gravel path. So that is because of maybe fear, tension, excitement that they have. Such an incident occurs only in wave by Sonali Dharaniyagala. From where is this extract taken? An extract from wave, a memoir of life after the tsunami by Sonali Dharaniyagala. Wave capital W, a memoir capital A, life and T, tsunami are capital. Sonali Dharaniyagala's S, D, they should be capital letters. Who does the word they refer to? They refer to they refer to Vic and Mel. Steve, Sonali, two children, Vic and Mel, they were running. So the word they refer to Sonali's children or they refer to Vic and Mel. Any answer would be correct. Why didn't they slow down? Because they were frightened. They were afraid. At this time, they were running away because the froth of the wave came towards their hotel room and they got frightened and started running away. While running away, they did not stop to knock on the door of their parents even. That is because of fear. They did not know from which enemy they were running. They were running away from an unknown enemy, but they were running away. Due to fear, due to tension, due to excitement, due to the fact that they have become panic, they didn't slow down. So one of these would be an accepted answer. What is the situation? The situation is they were running away from the hotel room. Which aspect of the human nature? What aspect? When you get the fear, you start reacting even without your knowledge. This is what you call spontaneous reaction. They did not stop for their parents. They started running away. So this is what you call spontaneous reaction of the human beings at a time of disaster. So if those 2 points are there, you get 1 mark. And if the capitalization is there with correct spellings, you get 1 mark. And these two again 1 mark. So altogether you get 5 marks. Now we have completed all 6 context questions in section A and we are moving to the section B. Section B, read the following extract and answer the questions given below. Mali rose to his feet and said, who are those? Who are you to stop her from going away? She pleases. She is a free person, not like the daughters-in-law in our miserable country. This is quite simple. What is the first question? The first question, what is the situation that this incident take place? What is the situation? When Jagan was at the spinning wheel, Mali came into Jagan's portion of the house, Jagan's part of the house. You know, Mali and Jagan, they live in 2 different sections of the same house because the house has been separated by Jagan when he came to know that Mali and Grace are not married. So in order to stop the evil radiation coming into his section of the house, he separated the house. So Mali came to Jagan's portion, Jagan's part of the house, and then talked to Jagan. So that is the situation. And where does it take place? Where does this incident happen? Sometimes you might write this incident happens in vendor of sweets. No, right? You have to write down the exact place, exact position where this incident take place. So what is the exact place? It takes place in Jagan's portion of the house, Jagan's section of the house, Jagan's area of the house. Question number 2. Who is referred to as she? Grace. Right. If those 2 are correct, you get 2 marks. Who is referred to as Grace? Who is referred to as she? Grace. What work is expected to do according to Mali? According to Mali, Mali wants Grace to work in the factory. Grace to hold a position in the factory. Grace to work in the factory. So she is expected to hold a responsible position in the factory. If these 2 sections are correct, you get 2 marks again. Third one, miserable place without any life in it, it is not an interesting place. It is not a place with a lot of activity. It is a very dull place. So any of those answers are accepted. Swallowed back the word, did not express the word. Now we are moving to the last question of this paper. Last question. What is the theme that is reflected through this dialogue? What is the theme? So remember, 2 marks, 2 marks, 2 marks. 1, 2, 3. All 3 questions you get 6 marks. The last one you get 4 marks. To get 4 marks, you have to prove that you have given a sound answer. Unless you provide a sound answer, you don't get 4 marks. Most of the students write tradition versus modernity. This shows tradition versus modernity. One sentence as the answer. No, Buddha, you don't get marks. You will get 1 mark out of 4 if you write just one sentence answer. In the marking scheme, it is emphasized that you have to provide your answer, you have to give an answer with supportive evidence from the text. How do you identify that this particular extract talks about tradition versus modernity? This talks about tradition versus modernity because, you see, what does Jagan think? Jagan thinks that doing the household activities, cleaning, washing, cooking, those are the activities that a woman is supposed to do. Those are the activities that a woman is supposed to do. That is the traditional idea. But according to Mali, he wants his wife to go and work in the shop, in the factory, holds a responsible position in the factory. That is the modern idea. In the traditional world, the women are expected to stay at home and do the household activities. But in the modern world, the women are expected to go out and earn for the family. So these two people have these two different ideas, and there are some other incidents also here in the extract. With the use of these incidents, you have to prove that it talks about tradition versus modernity, and you have to write a sound answer to gain good marks. Then you get 4 marks. Altogether you get 10 marks. Now we have come to the end of the paper. So if you have written very good answers, you might get something like 35, 36, 38 or 40 out of 40. Check your answers and see whether you have gained good marks. If not, do it again. After 2 weeks time, do this paper again and see the video so that you will be able to realize whether you can improve yourself. And we will be meeting you with another video very soon. There we are going to discuss the second model paper of this series. So meet you soon. Thank you very much for watching.